The issue of the mighty and often out of control mouth. A mouth that is quick to disparage, to mock, a mouth that is quick to hurt or to gossip, a mouth that is quick to slander and to bear false witness. That is a mouth that's displeasing to God. And it's a problem for everyone. Look at verse 2. Look what he says in verse 2. All right, let's start there. For we all stumble in many ways. And if anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is a perfect man. James says, look, the mouth has gotten the better of each and every one of us. And if you're here and your mouth has never gotten the better of you, then you ought to take that show on the road. You ought to bottle that up and sell it for $19.95 plus shipping and handling and 30-day money-back guarantee, because you're unique. You're the only person in the history of the world whose mouth hasn't got the better of them. This, of course, is what makes life so interesting with children, right? Like little ones who haven't yet learned, picked up on social cues maybe, who say things in the aisle of the supermarket when somebody passes by, who maybe what they'll say and how they'll do it. I remember one time we were missionaries in Poland for almost 4 years, and we prior to that we had to raise our support. So every week we were in different churches. And I remember this dear older lady coming up to us with our boys. The boys were like 3 at the time, 3.5, something like that. And she came up to us, and thankfully she was laughing. But she said, "I had to tell you what your sons did during the toddler class." And she said, "One of your sons," and I believe that was Caleb, so we'll start putting names on this one. Caleb said to her, "You are so beautiful." And she thought, wow, that is so nice. And then Brady said, "Yeah, you look just like my dad." And and so, she kind of did. I'll be honest, okay? She kind of did. But, they just said what they were thinking right there. But what about adults? We're no better really at mastering our mouths, are we? We're just kind of better at justifying what comes out of it, kind of spinning what spills out of our mouths. What if God, think about this, what if God only held you accountable for every word you said in the last month? What if he only ever held you accountable just for that? Do you see what James is saying? We all stumble in many ways. James' point in saying that we all stumble in many ways is not, hey, no biggie, everybody does it. Rather, it's to bring us to conviction that we need saving. Our mouths are a problem. We can identify with the Psalm of Lament in Psalm 130, verse 3. If you, O Lord, would mark iniquities, if you would just mark what I've said sinfully in the last month, who could stand? We need saving. Our mouths are in need of being transformed by Christ.